If you are struggling with past negative relationships, or if you feel stuck and not able to attract your soulmate, watch this video. John and I will share with you 4 critical steps to manifest your partner and open a new chapter in your life.
Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Joan, and this is
Davide.
And welcome back to Manifesting Miracles with Davide and Joan. Today we're exploring a topic that's very, very close to our heart. For those of you who are new here, Davide and I found each other in what many might call midlife. Our journey hasn't been without challenges, but by consistently studying and applying the spiritual laws of the universe, especially the principles of the law of attraction, we're able to attract each other and start a new fulfilling chapter in our lives.
Absolutely, John. And for this reason, in this video, John and I, we want to share with you 4 crucial steps that, when consistently applied in your life, will allow you to heal from past relationships and create an inner vibrational coherence that will attract your soulmate in your life. So let's start. The first step is to let it go and embrace your experience. Now, to do that, it's important to understand and talk about the law of oneness. This law is one of the 12 spiritual laws of the universe, and is based on the scientific discovery that we are all energy beings and that energy flows through everything in the universe. Okay? So the fact that we are surrounded by a unified field of energy connecting everything together means that we are not separate from each other. Okay? Instead, we are all part of a larger consciousness. Now, when I talk about being connected with everybody and everything, of course, I mean also being connected with maybe your previous partner. Okay? So if you think about that, every day we wake up with our body, with the trillions of cells in our body, everything works on its own perfectly, and we don't have to think about that. All the things and the perfection of nature, all the perfect things that are happening and have been happening on this planet since 13 billion years, and we have never decided anything of that, right? Everything has happened on its own. Why? Because there is a universal superior intelligence, a universal consciousness that makes all these things perfectly coordinated in a perfect way. And what is the force that allows all these things to happen perfectly? Love, right? So the universal love is for everybody, including you and I. Now, once we accept the fact that the universe loves us, and everything is perfect, how can we think that even the event that have caused suffering in the past, including a past relationship, does not happen for a reason? Okay? In the event was contained a lesson. And let me bring you an example. For example, if you have children, when you scold your child, in Italy we also slap child, right? We are causing suffering to the child in that moment, but that what we have done, we are moved by love because we want to teach a lesson to your children, right? So the same happens with the universe. Whatever happens in our life is because the universe has sent that event in our life to make us learn the lesson and grow. So when we understand and we perceive the infinite love of the universe and the lesson contained in the event, right, we now are changing also the way we look maybe at the person that has caused suffering in our life, because we are now starting to look at them as, I would say, angels sent by the universe to make us grow, to learn the lesson. Okay, so we have to learn how to use our feminine energy to accept what happens, okay, and look at the lesson contained in the event. In my case, for example, my experience has taught me that previously I was always looking as a priority at the physical appearance, the external appearance of the other person, which is of course is very important, right? But when I learned the lesson that is now for me more important to look at other things in addition to the physicality. Having a common vision, having common commonalities, being in a loving relationship, being with a partner that is compassionate and loving. As soon as I learn and my heart learned this lesson, guess what? I manifested my beautiful Joan. So this is what I would like to share with you. Start to look, when you understand that everything happens for a reason based on the law of oneness, you become able to surrender to the flow of life and embrace your experience without suffering, but instead using those sufferings to grow as a human being.
Absolutely. A tough pill to swallow, letting go, but it's very critical on this healing journey if you want to move forward and attract your soulmate. So the second step is to forgive. Forgive yourself and others who might have hurt you. First, you need to understand that the person who hurt you was attracted into your life by a certain part of you that wanted to evolve and improve. That person or situation has been sent in reality by the universe to make you grow. Your life experiences are constantly shaping you. So go ahead and celebrate them because they belong to a unique path for your own growth. For this reason, trust the universe. Celebrate them because they belong to your unique path for growth. For this reason, trust the universe and don't be quick to label those experiences as good or bad. Use what you've learned to keep moving forward. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Davide is not perfect. So learn, forgive, grow, and keep moving forward. And I want to extend this because we often think of only the other partner in relationships when we talk about forgiveness. But for me, it was way beyond that. When I went through my divorce, it was such a lonely experience in my life. There were a lot of friends who no longer became friends, family members who judged me. I felt more alone than any time else in my life. And so I had to learn to forgive all of those people to be able to move forward. My past and Davide's past has been, a roller coaster of highs and lows, but it's also helped us to recognize and appreciate the bond that we share today. We have both been through quite interesting, chaotic divorces and personal situations that could have destroyed us. And that could be your story too, where you say, this happened to me and it's just too bad you don't know my story. You're right. We don't know your story. We don't know your journey. But one thing we know is that when you embrace this path that we're describing today, you can heal from it. Our spiritual journeys led us to embracing and accepting what what happened, while holding on to the belief that the universe will bring us our heart's desires and start a new chapter, which the universe did.
Absolutely. Now, the third step is raise your vibration. Okay? As you know, sending out high vibrational frequency is crucial to attract positive things in your reality. So, engage in activities that make you feel alive and passionate. For me, for example, it is meditating, going to the gym, and reading books about manifestation and spirituality. Meditation in particular is very important to me because it's the way I connect with my higher self.
Well, for me, it's love songs, and I still play them daily.
I don't know if
Davide appreciates them or not, but I love my love songs because these love songs will transport me into a romantic world, romantic universe, and I just get lost. I'm a sucker for love songs, and I have no shame. I found that when I struggle to connect with my vision board, for instance, or to tap into that emotion, the love songs just magically did it. I would imagine my soulmate is singing to me and we're dancing, and sometimes I would even shed a tear or two out of joy. I still, till today, imagine Davide while I'm walking down the aisle, he's looking at me with tears running down his face because he's such an emotional being. Okay, but seriously now, I had a lot of doubts. While I was going through this journey, through this process, I had a lot of doubts. I had days where I would quaver and wonder, will this ever happen? Would I ever meet the one? Would anyone ever want me? Geez, those days were really, really tough. But I'm so glad that I healed, I trusted the universe, and today I have my soulmate.
So another way you can raise your vibration is by using positive affirmations every day. Affirmations are simple but very powerful statements that reflect the life you desire. They help rewire your subconscious mind and replace self-limiting beliefs with empowering thoughts and creating a ripple effect of positivity in your life.
I love affirmations. Well, the fourth and final step, which I think is so key because it really works at that subconscious level, is limiting beliefs and letting go of them. You're never too old or too set in your ways or broken because of a divorce. You need to start to rewrite your love narrative because you're worthy and you're deserving of a beautiful relationship. Davide and I had our own fears, but by shedding them, we were able to create space for a love that we once thought was way out of our reach. You see, for me, it took me a long time to admit I had any limiting beliefs when it came to love. And it was very, very pivotal the day I actually realized that my one big, very large limiting belief was that no one would marry me. That was tough really coming to terms with it. And I had to now recreate and rewire and rewrite that limiting belief to a more empowering statement. My affirmation today is that my soulmate will marry me. And ever since I started reciting this, he tells me every day.
I do.
Every single day he reminds me that he wants to marry me, he wants to spend the rest of his life with me. In fact, just last week, for the first time, he used the words, "I'm ready."
Yes, John. And when we talk about honestly loving relationships, especially after a separation or divorce, I really believe that thinking to be unworthy or for midlife people like us to be too old are very common mental and vibrational roadblocks. So please do not allow those mental blocks to decide your future. Okay? John and I are living proof that love knows no time limits. So it's now your moment to turn the page and begin a new chapter in your life.
Absolutely. And we really hope that this resonated with you. Regardless of where you are on this journey to finding yourself, to forgiving yourself, to loving yourself, and opening your heart to love again, we hope that you do achieve your heart's desires. So if this video resonated with you, please go ahead and like and comment and share as well if you know people who might benefit from the insights that we shared today. Our community is growing and we're very excited to share with you more and more videos about our journey, our spiritual journey, our love journey. But until next time, stay aligned with the universe and let love light your path.
Namaste.